Hi Aquarius, it's Christina here from In the Know Tarot to do your current situation reading. Now this is basically September 18th, but it could be any time when you see it. It's just your current situation. So let's go ahead and get started. I am using two different decks though. I'm using mostly the Rider-Waite, and I pulled one card from Shannon Kaiser's Find Your Happy. In the past here, we have the Wheel of Fortune, and that's upright. That's your very first card. Now, that's in the past, and I feel like something was progressing. Something was moving forward. You might have literally been moving forward with someone else, possibly. This could have been some sort of love situation, just progressing. This is forward movement. Some of you are actually moving here in the past, like you just literally moved to a different state or a different location, a new home or something like that. This is like also for some of you in the past here, this is like a step like that, like buying a home or making some sort of forward movement. Now, when you did this, okay, it was difficult. Could have been like a change in jobs, for example, something like that. It's like you took on. It could be like you got into a relationship with someone and they had possibly a child with someone else, or either you took on that family type role. You were carrying a lot though. This was kind of like too much for you to carry. So in the past here. So it's like you kind of are moving forward in the past, but you're not alone in that boat there. And what happened was that everything was going fine, and you were moving forward with this Wheel of Fortune, and you were in the boat and you were moving forward, and then it's like the waters there. It's like when you fly, it's like turbulence. So these are just rough waters that you went through here in the past, and it led to a Three of Swords moment. So the Seven of Swords, it was just too much. So someone either walked away, maybe I'm getting maybe that someone like abandoned ship. So maybe maybe it was just too much. It was just too much, and someone kind of they kind of dropped those swords they were carrying there, and it led to a Three of Swords moment. Now, someone might have, not everyone, but for some of you, someone might have had a third-party situation in the past year that led to heartbreak, possibly with a water sign, so Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. And they might have turned to this other person because they were carrying a lot. They had a lot of, it's like there's three people in that boat there, okay? And it may not even be a third party, but there's three people in that boat here, but only one of them is in like charge of rowing the boat. The other ones are just sitting there. So it doesn't look like the effort is distribution like properly or appropriately. It's like it was all on you, for example, or this other person felt like it was all on them in the past, and it was just too much. Like they couldn't do it all by themselves. They felt like they were doing everything by themselves. They felt like they were responsible for everything by themselves. And this led, like I said, to this Three of Swords here, which is like heartbreak. So disappointment, or even betrayal. Now, in the present moment, we have the Ten of Pentacles. And so this is like when those rough waters before, they calm. Okay, this is like a calm, just a different kind of experience. It seems like you have a new beginning here, or something new is growing. Literally, some of you, like I said, you went through some sort of transition. Now, a transition, for example, in the past here could have been, like I said, you purchased a new home, and that was a little, you know, something happened, you went through rough waters, and let's say it was really hard at that time. It doesn't have to be just that. Some of you moved, that was difficult for you. You experienced some sort of transition in your life, some sort of life change, big life change. Relationship could have ended, someone could have been cheated on, for example. Could have changed positions at work. Something here, someone is not that, it was difficult for them. This change was very difficult for them, I'm seeing. This could have been something that, it's like a big life change here. And in the present, it seems like you're recovering. Okay, in the present with your 10 of Pentacles here, it definitely seems like you're recovering. There is a new, there's something growing, okay? So this is a new beginning for some of you with the Empress here in the present moment. If it's not that, I'm getting like something is growing, like your money is growing here. So some of you could have started a business, for example, in the past and went through a rough time, and now your pentacles are growing, or just something. Definitely pentacles are up here, but there's also a offer for a new beginning. Something is just now starting also to grow for some of you. It's like you're starting to reap. So this past was like you were actually like sowing. You were like planting the seeds. You were like working really hard. And then in the present, it's like your harvest, and you're literally reaping the rewards with the 10 of Pentacles here. So this is like hard work. 10 of Pentacles in this situation is like hard work paying off, and you're being rewarded here for your hard work, for how hard it was in the past. Now you've got a 10 of Pentacles moment here, and I'm not sure if you trust it. Now, it could be lots of different things, for lots of you, this new beginning. So, but I'm not sure if there's some confusion here, and we've got a Page of Cups. So, could be a water sign. We've got the moon, could be Pisces or Cancer or a Scorpio that you're dealing with. Definitely could be a water sign. It doesn't have to be. This could be just an emotional type person. This could be a mysterious person, someone that you have a hard time really either understanding or reading, for example. You could be dealing with another air sign like yourself, so Aquarius, Gemini, or a Libra. Some of you are dealing with an Aries in specific, but really it could be anyone in a general reading. But I am getting that I'm going to get a clarifier for this 8 of Pentacles. That's what it is. I don't even need it. We've got the 10 of Pentacles right here. We've got a new start, something growing. At the same time that something's growing, something is not growing. So possibly in order for you to, it was like a choice had to be made, kind of. A choice had to be made here in the present. For you to do really well in one area that you were working on, some other area in your life has either been neglected or failed because of it. It's like if you're planting a garden, for example, with this Empress, and you plant your seeds. Let's say you plant your seeds, and then you water them, and you pay attention to them, and you nurture them, and you do whatever you need to do to make sure they grow, and you give them attention and you fertilize them, for example, then you're going to have a Ten of Pentacles moment. There's going to be, you know, growth in that area. You're going to see the rewards. You're going to see the, and that's just an example with the garden, but you're going to see it. Now, however, if you go and you plant in your garden and you know, are so preoccupied or so busy watering, you know, with doing something else besides watering your crops, besides watering your plants, let's say you don't have time to get to it because you're doing something else, and you're not going out there and you're neglecting your responsibility and your duty, then you're not going to have that same outcome. You're not going to have that same growth there. And so I feel like too, it could just be that you're noticing that, but it could not even be that. It's just, for some of you have two different areas in your life, and there was a sacrifice that had to be made. Like you had to maybe neglect one area so that you could focus on the other. And it's like, because I do see that this one area has done really well, but then you look over here and this area did not do very well. And I feel like there's some confusion about, let me get a clarifier for the Page of Cups, because I feel like there's confusion of what's in the cup. I'm going to get one more for the Page of Cups. So I got the Four of Swords reversed, and I'm just going to get one more for the Page of Cups upright. Okay, so I'm getting this feeling like someone tries to hide what they're necessarily going through, or someone here, you might think that, okay, for example, if someone here is playing like victim, for example, you might think someone here is playing victim, because this person, let's say, for example, that that you have somebody going through a hard time, and they tell you they're going through a hard time, but they look everything else. I mean, they're pretty much, they come across like this, okay? So you may not even be able to tell, because they might be telling you that everything is great here, okay? And you might, but everything is not great, okay? And you might be confused because this person might be telling you that everything is not great, but they have pretty much been keeping up like the appearance that everything is great, that everything's wonderful, that, you know, they've got the Ten of Pentacles here. They're just, I don't think that they have been kind of like painting a picture, okay? They have been maybe painting the picture, or it's been like an illusion, okay? This is like creating, this person might be able to create an illusion or only show you what they want to show you, and therefore you are kind of questioning now. You're confused. You're not sure what to believe at this point, because you don't know. It's like they didn't tell you before, so now they're giving you information, and that's just an example, one example, but it could be anything. I mean, this person could tell you something, and then you come to find out they tell you something completely different, and you're like, which one of these is the truth, and how, you know, why haven't you been telling me this before, kind of thing. So I'm getting like that, and could very well have to do with a third party. For some of you, not all. Could have to do with their finances, because we've got pentacles here. But regardless, it's just something that someone kept, okay? They tried to keep it a secret. They tried to keep it hidden, but then it was uncovered. So either you uncovered it or they straight up told you. But regardless, regardless of the situation, they are offering you a different story now than what they gave you initially, or you are, and it's really throwing someone off. It's really confusing them. They don't know what to believe, and they don't know what's in that cup there. See that cup? They think something smells kind of fishy in the cup. And it's because this person has a way of creating, you know, they have a way of, they just look like this all the time. They look like they have it all together. They look like this, but really they don't. They don't, okay? Really, they don't. They just, it's like sugarcoating something, okay? It's like sugarcoating. It's like making something seem better than it actually is. That's what's going on here in the present. And it's like this coming out. It's like this being uncovered here. Okay, so we've got the Knight of Swords in the future. And with the Knight of Swords, we've got the Seven of Cups, followed by the King of Swords. With the Seven of Cups, someone definitely has, I'm getting someone has like, not only do they have options, they have a decision to make here. With the Knight of Swords, they're turning their back on that decision. This person does not, this person might have a lot of options. And because of that, they don't want to, they might not want to choose, okay? So it's like because there's so many options there, they're turning their back on those options. Because it's like they don't want to make the choice because there's too much. It's like, I feel like with this Knight of Swords, it's like in the past here with this Seven of Swords up here, and I just feel like it's the same situation. Somebody, it was just too much on that person before, and now that's just too much now, and that's making this person, you know, go in a different direction. It's like they feel a lot of responsibility, and whenever they feel a lot of responsibility, the first thing they do is try to run, okay? When they feel like there's a lot of responsibility, they want to get the heck out of there. And this is what's going on here, is that they're starting to feel that again, that Seven of Swords moment that they felt before, that led to a Three of Swords moment. They're starting to feel that, and when they're starting to feel that, literally, or when they, you know, when they start to experience that overwhelming feeling, they like, you know, just like completely turn direction and they just run. And you could, like I said, be dealing with another air sign. I feel like, though, what I feel like is that you may be recognizing this within yourself, or someone else is recognizing it, because it's not even like, it's like this person is sitting still, okay? This person is sitting still, and they're in their power, and they're a king, so gender not specific. So this might just be when you're realizing here in the future that you do that, or when someone is realizing in your life that they do that, and they're able to see it, okay? They're able to see it. So something was uncovered, like I said, and they're able to see it. And this helps that person get unstuck from situations that aren't moving forward, or that aren't growing, for example. It seems like someone here was stuck on situations that weren't growing. and they were trying to like figure out why that this wasn't growing here in the past. They were trying to figure it out. And this person, like, this is like guessing, okay? There's a lot of different ways this could be. There's a lot of different, this is like someone who was possibly trying to figure out, you know, what was keeping them stuck, or they didn't know. It was like a piece of the puzzle was missing, for example, and they didn't know. And this is like realizing, or this is like recognizing that piece of the puzzle that you needed, that last piece. And this is like seeing it. And when you're able to recognize it, you know exactly what's going on, then you're able to get yourself free from that, okay? You're able to get yourself free from that. And this is like, you're able, and you're better able to control the outcome. You're better able to control, you know, what grows in your garden, for example. What, you know, because I feel like there was, some of you were really, I just feel like some of you were doing there was some sort of behavior. You didn't see it, okay? Or they didn't see it. There was some sort of behavior or something that someone was kind of unaware of, and that kept that person stuck, and that kept the situation from moving forward. This person has a tendency, whoever this Knight of Swords is, this person will run, okay? This person will escape whenever they feel overwhelmed. And it might be the fact that when they see something, or when something is brought to light, when something is uncovered, or when they're made aware of something, they just get that overwhelming feeling, and they just want to leave. Or when there's too much responsibility, or because this person has a lot, you know, there's a lot of options there. They feel pressure. They feel like if they choose the wrong one, they're making a mistake. They don't want that kind of responsibility. So what do? They turn their back. They run. That is what someone is doing here. And like I said, someone is literally recognizing that. So someone could be recognizing that within you. You could be recognizing that within you, or you're recognizing that within someone else, or they are recognizing that within themselves. Either way, it's getting the situation, or it's getting you, or it's getting them unstuck from those ropes there, unstuck from whatever was binding. I'm going to get a clarifier for the Seven of Pentacles here. I just feel like once that happens, the situation is going to start to move. I'm going to get a clarifier though. Once that happens, okay? Once that happens and someone sees this in the future and they realize, it's like accepting it, and it's like realizing it, so that you can let it go and you can stop focusing on it, okay? You just have to realize it and accept it and heal from it and let it go, because the best thing to do is just right here. It's like I really feel like looking at it so much was keeping someone stuck. So seeing it, like, it's hard to explain. It's like when you're trying to analyze something or someone, you're trying to figure it out. You're trying to analyze them. You don't know which one is the right choice. You don't know, like, if this person is, let's say you're trying to figure someone out, okay? Because this mysterious Page of Cups here, whatever sign, it's not really, relevant to that, but you're trying to figure that mysterious sign out, and you're trying to figure them out, and you're over analyzing, okay? You're really, you're just looking at it too much. It's keeping you stuck. It's keeping you from being able to move forward. Instead, when you see it here, you'll see it. And when you see it here, then you get yourself unstuck and you can see it, and you don't have to, it's like when you get stuck on something, when you get fixated on something. Someone might be like OCD in that sense. Like, they get stuck on something and they cannot drop it. They can't let it go until they figure it out. And it's like, you have to figure this person out. So here in the future, it looks like you're figuring this person out, or they're figuring you out, or they're figuring out what they have been trying to figure out this whole time. And that allows them not to have to do that anymore. Like, this is like another thing too. It could be some sort of karmic relationship or karmic pattern or karmic situation that you have with another person, and you came here and you found each other, and you literally uncovered something together that you needed each other to uncover so that you could both see. For example, they showed you something, or told you something, or gave you more of the piece of the puzzle, or you did, and it's like now someone has got themselves unstuck. They completed that karmic lesson. They completed that karmic cycle, and they can move forward from that. Now, I definitely, in the outcome here, some of you, like I said, could be dealing with the Aries. You don't have to be, but in the outcome, I'm going to get a clarifier, because we have the Five of Wands, and what I'm getting is conflict. Five of Wands. I want one clarifier card for the Five of Wands. Oh, no. Okay, this isn't conflict. I don't need one. I know exactly what this is now. Okay. Someone is fighting for this, okay? Someone is fighting for this. You may be fighting for this connection, or fighting for something. You are fighting for something, or they are. You're fighting for them, or they're fighting for you. Someone, though, is traumatized, okay? You see, someone here is traumatized. And this person, possibly, someone might be fighting because they're traumatized, or fighting causes them to feel traumatized, something like that. But this person, literally, someone's traumatized, and when you fight for them, they might like run in another direction. They might try to run. They don't trust the intentions. They're worried about what's in the cup here. We've got the Judgment card. This is like when someone is seeing that, someone is recognizing that, someone is in control of that. Okay, so this might be when this person, you or this person, gets that situation under control, because they realize what's going on. This is becoming aware. The Judgment card is becoming aware. This is like that moment where you become aware of the situation and what is creating the conflict and what is causing the problem. We've got the Emperor. This is taking charge, taking control of the situation. This is understanding with the Judgment card. This is seeing a situation for how it is, and breaking through the illusion of what someone once saw it for. This is seeing a situation for how it is, rather than how. And like, even when I said this person wants to come off like this and they were, you know, showing this and it was really something different, that could have just been like you were seeing a situation and totally different, as in how you wanted to see it versus how you are going to see it in the future, because you are going to see the truth of the situation in the future, or they are. And this is like breaking through the illusion of what you thought a situation looked like. So this is totally different than what you thought it was. So, because I'm getting like, this is like breakthrough. This is like breaking through to see something totally different. You know, the whole situation is totally different than you thought. And it's going to make you feel like, it's going to make you feel like this, okay, or them. Like it's just totally different than what you thought. You don't know what to trust. That's what you kind of feel like. You're like completely shocked, or they are, and you don't. I don't know. It's kind of like it's shocking. It's shocking. It's like one of those moments where you feel like what is real and what is not real. It's like that kind of breakthrough. It's like that kind of realization, because this is totally different than what you thought. Okay, so I've got card number 39 for you. It's I don't overthink my current situation. And I just did a reading for Leo, so that was the same card that came out. With some of you could definitely be dealing with a Leo, and you might want to check out that reading if so. But this is card number 39, and I'm just going to read that now. Okay. Obstacles or problems can cause a lot of stress in your life, even more so when you give too much thought to them. If you are currently in a situation where the stress is draining you, chances are you are overthinking. You are working too hard on trying to solve a simple problem. An outcome is possible that requires less mental power. You may be overthinking. You may be overthinking the situation because you are afraid to move forward. This causes a breakdown in your personal power as you retreat from your desire. This card is here to tell you that taking action is essential for you at this point. You can stop thinking. You already know the answer. Go to your heart and feel your way forward. Your heart has information your head can't digest. Listen to your heart instead of overthinking situations in your life. Okay, so I'm going to leave it there. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. I will be back to do another reading at some point soon.